Well, hello there. Thel Pruitt here with his wonderful Pooh Bear Love Cup with my beautiful wife, Julia. We're having a blast here in Kingsland, Texas. A lot of people have asked me to share on a video how to free up money. And this is actually part one. And this video is directed primarily to people that are looking to have a home-based business or network marketing business that work for somebody else, that have a W-2 at the end of the year. And because there's just some really great things available to you with that combination. If you're going to have a home-based business, you got all the benefits of an entrepreneur that has a business. Our government has written all kinds of great laws to free up money so that a business owner can operate. And of course, there's some things they've done against them too. But we're here to talk about the positive side and freeing up money. Because if you're looking at having a home-based business or maybe purchasing a tool to help build your home-based business, and you just need to have some money, and maybe it's just short term. Of course, you can always go borrow the money, and that's to me, borrowing money to make money is a good thing. But we're not going to talk about that in this video. We're going to talk about using the money that you already have available to funnel toward purchasing. Maybe you need an extra $500 or $600, or maybe you need an extra $100 a month, or there's all kinds of scenarios. But here's the question. And again, if you are working for somebody else, get a W-2 at the end of the year, and you get a tax refund, then that's money that you have sent the government that they didn't want, or they would have kept it. So I have people, I get tickled at people say, oh, we got a $2,400 tax refund, or a $1,500 tax refund, or a $5,000 tax refund, and they get real excited about that. And I don't say anything because I don't want to burst their bubble. But literally, that's money that they could have had in their pocket, in their paycheck, honestly. Now, here's the second part to that verse, and I'll go back to the first part. If you got I want to introduce to you, if you haven't already heard, the two of my favoriteest people on the entrepreneurial world is Ron Mueller and Sandy Botkin. These two guys, and there's others out there like them, but these two guys have put together information for the entrepreneur to really utilize the tax benefit of having a home-based business. And literally, it'll put thousands of dollars in your pocket available to you. Having a home-based business and have an intention to make a profit is the criteria. And again, I'm not going to get into tax advice. That's what Ron Mueller and Sandy Botkin do. And you can look them up. I'm not going to, Google them however way you want to. I love what Sandy has done. For $10 a month. You can keep all of your tax information on your cell phone. My cell phone's getting charged up right now, but everything is there. It's simple. At the end of the year, you punch a button, and everything is there for your CPA, or if you do your own taxes. It's just a phenomenal system that puts thousands of dollars in your pocket if you're working for somebody else and you have a home-based business. So if that's criteria, I got great news for you. So just to give you kind of a little bit of an outline there, if you're getting a tax refund, then you can adjust. There's a little form called a W-4 that you filled out when you first went to work for whoever you're working for, and it tells you how to fill it out. And most people don't read it. If you're getting a tax refund, you have filled this form out incorrectly, because the government has figured out if you make X amount of dollars and you got 1 or 2 dependents or 5 dependents or whatever. And again, you can look at the form. I'm not making anything up, and it'll tell you what your allowances ought to be. Now, again, I want to go back to the beginning. If you're getting a tax refund, let's say you got $2,400 tax refund, just to keep the numbers around. That means that every single month you have sent $200 to Washington that you shouldn't have. I mean, it's just ridiculous that when you think about that. Why would I do that? So I can get a tax refund, and I don't, it's like putting money aside in the government's hand. They don't have to pay you any interest for the savings. So so I'm not saying to do what I'm fixing to tell you to do, unless you're really looking for a way to free up money, and it's an honest way to do it. And so there's two parts to this. First part is fill the dadgum form out correctly. And, get the form from your employer and read it and fill it out. And you'll find it's probably that one thing your employer can tell you how much money that's going to leave in your paycheck. So if you're getting $500 paycheck and you adjust your W-4 and going back to our scenario, then every month you're going to have an extra $200 left in your paycheck. Now that could fund whatever it is you're looking for the money for. So I'm just using that as numbers. If you get a tax refund, then obviously that's very simple, just to correct your W-4 form so that you get it correct and you'll start having extra money in your paycheck. And yes, at the end of the year, you won't get a tax refund if you fill it out correctly, but you may, because remember I got part 2. So part 2 says, if you have a home-based business, you literally are going to have money that you're spending money on right now. A large portion of that now will become a tax deduction. And let that sink in, a tax deduction, which means you really need to send less money to Uncle Sam. So I'm not going to go into the ramifications of that. You can talk to your CPA if they about how to adjust the W-4. You can actually, you can put whatever number you want on your W-4. It's totally legal to do that. If you know that you're going to have more tax deductions than what's on the form, then you can adjust that and free up some more money. But again, most people, just the first part is enough to blow their mind. So hopefully that helps. Now, in step 2, because some people are listening to this and say, well, I'm already self-employed and I'm trying to find ways to free up money. Well, let me know and I'll send you part 2 because there's a lot of ways to free up money besides what I just talked to you about that are really common sense things. And free up money and finding money is part 2. So if you would like to have part 2, let me know and we'll rock and roll. So hopefully that helps, and this just excites me to death that you're looking at doing something that's going to help your family tremendously. With that, have fun and God bless.